Welcome to day 9. Is anybody else tired? I need more sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video up and get tomorrow's challenges going so you can review it tonight. I know tomorrow's Saturday. You guys have a lot going on, so I'll try not to give you too much of an extra workload because I already know that it's traumatizing recording your first video, hearing yourself talk, and exchanging it with just one other person. So I know that's a lot. Um, so I'm going to try not to give you too much work, but this, second week is about getting out of your comfort zone. So today we're going to learn about a lot of laws and rules that apply to our industry. So the first one is the law of large numbers. And you should know that network marketing is a numbers game. I'll put my little list up here so I can see it. But the law of large numbers, it's a numbers game, but you have to give the numbers time to work itself out. So it's also important to make sure that you listen to something about consistency. So on top of the second half of the Darren Hardy recording today, I want you guys to find the story about the ancient bamboo, about consistency, and I want you to listen to it, okay? It's also in Darren Hardy's Compound Effect, so you'll be getting a little taste of it from that. But it is the law of large numbers, that is one of the most intuitive laws in mathematics and probability. And Eric Worre, who a lot of you know, I know Danielle is reading, his book right now, Go Pro. He's a mastermind in the industry. He was definitely on that top 20 list of best MLM trainers, but he applies it in terms of the magic number, okay? And the magic number, he says that the magic numbers are number 3 and number 20. So your goal is to sponsor 3 people as soon as possible. So I know we say get binary qualified, which means 2, but Eric Worre's theory says that it's 3 people as soon as possible. And then you want to sponsor at least 20 people before you give up on network marketing, okay? So when someone claims that they tried network marketing, which is code word for failed, so many people are like, oh, I tried that, it's a scheme, it doesn't work. When they say they tried it, a lot of people simply violated the law of averages, okay? So if you only sponsor 5 or 6 people and then you quit, you didn't really do the work that it takes to build a strong and solid team. It's statistically improbable that you'll find 2, rock stars that'll blow your downline up if you only sponsor 5 or 6 people. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and sponsor 20 people overnight, but the sooner that you do that, the sooner that you will start to dwindle down to your 2 rock stars, okay? Statistically, most of the 5 people are going to drop out almost immediately, okay? If you only have 5 people, they're going to drop out very quickly or in the first year at the most. So, in effect, people that only sponsor 5 or 6 people and then quit haven't even given themselves the opportunity for success. Even worse, if you limp along and you don't put in the work and it takes you, a year to sign up 5 or 6 people, they have virtually zero chances of creating momentum and developing a highly lucrative network marketing career. Okay. People are going to be dropping out at a faster rate than they could ever add on to. Okay. So you have to make sure that you move quickly. Success loves speed. And I know that it isn't realistic to sponsor 20 people, but you want to do it as quickly as possible. And I'm going to keep reiterating that. Okay. So if you start with 20 people, those 20 people, out of them, only 12 people are going to actually do anything. The others may be there. They may be there just to order at a discount. They may keep their auto shipment up or they may cancel it altogether. But 12 of them will actually do something out of the 20. So that almost cuts your number in half. That's like about 60% of the 20 people. Okay. The others, those 8 people that drop off, they might even go into the TLC Witness Protection Program. And I never understand that these people call me, they sign up. I've even had people sign up with $500 packages and then, stop answering their phone or their calls instead of just being like, hey, I can't do this anymore. And, but, so 12 will actually do something. The others are going to go into TLC witness protection and stop answering your calls. After about 90 days, which is 3 months into your career, or 3 months in after getting, your 20 people, only 8 people are going to drive activity. So that's less than 50% of those 20 people. Okay. A year later, you're thinking long term, you're understanding consistency. A year later, only 4 people are going to be solid leaders. Okay. These 4 people are going to drive 95% of your production, and one out of those 4 people are going to drive at least 50% of it. Okay. So you're going to have one person doing 50% of the work and 3 people doing 45% of the work at this point. Okay. At 5 years later down the road, you're going to have 2 people that are rock solid leaders that stay the course with you. Okay. So think about that. If you're starting with 20 people and 5 years later, you're down to 2, or even if you fast track and a couple of months down the line, you're down to 2. Think about if you only start with 5 or 6. That means that by out of the 5 or 6, only 1 or 2 are actually going to do anything. And then you're left with one person who is going to drive most of your production. And then after that, you're going to have a half a person uh, doing 95% of the work, and then a quarter of a person. You see, it doesn't even make sense. So you have to increase the amount of people that you're talking to and prospecting, and in turn, increase the amount of people that you're enrolling into this business. Okay. Um, so that is Eric Worre's magic number and the law of large numbers. Okay. You can look up more of these if they make sense to you. Look them up if you need more help on them. Look them up. The more work you do on this stuff, the better you'll understand it. So the next one is the 80-20 rule. And you hear this one a lot. And basically, as it relates to your network marketing business, it states that 80% of the work that you do will account for 20% of your results. Okay. What does this mean? Um, well, I'll tell you what it means in a second. But the other 20% of the work that you do is going to count for 80% of your results. The funny thing is 80% of the work that counts the least also tends to be the easiest, the least challenging, the least fearful. Stuff like, posting a picture to your Facebook page, or, getting on the group, or getting on a webinar, on a call, things, calling one of your teammates. These are easy things for us to do. It's the stuff that takes us out of our comfort zone, like recording a video with our why, even if we haven't shared it with anybody yet. That's one of the hardest things for us to do, is to start talking about it and hearing about it. Okay. So this is one of the things that's 20% of the work. Okay. 20% of the work is going to make up for 80% of your results. So if you have 20% of the work, that's rough. That is going to account for 80% of your results. Okay. Um, so it's going to be the least fearful and the least fun work that you're going to do. The 20% will take you out of your comfort zone. It's going to make you squirm in your seat, and it can even make your phone, seem like it's 300 pounds because you don't want to pick up and call somebody, or you don't want to record something. Okay. So that's the 80-20 rule. Um, and it's applied a lot to network marketing, but you should also review that. Next is the law of averages. And my favorite person in the world, Jim Rohn, talks about the law of averages. And I just love that he breaks it down so simple. So the law of averages says that if you do something for long enough, a ratio will occur. Okay. Anything that you do in life. Okay. If you, I don't know, we'll stick with MLM because my brain's not functioning right now. But if you talk to 10 people, one says yes. If you talk to 10 more people, one says yes. If you talk to 10 more people, one says yes. So usually when a ratio starts, it continues to keep going at the same rate. Okay. In baseball, they call it a batting average. It's an actual ratio. Okay. If you invite 10 people, one says yes, your ratio is 1 out of 10. Okay. Once it starts, it tends to continue. If you talk to 10 more, you'll get another one. We just said that. Even now you can compete. If you know your numbers, you can grow your number. So even if I've been in this company for 18 months and I know that I have a 9 out of 10 ratio, if I talk to 10 people, I get 9. If I talk to 10 people, I get 9. And you talk to 10 people and you get 1, we can still compete and you can still win, okay? Because you make up in numbers for what you lack in skill. So if I'm talking to 10 people and I'm getting 1, and you're talking to 10 people and you're getting 9, say you only talk to 10 people, so you only have 9 yeses. I talk to 100 people and I get 10 yeses and I still win. So you may have to put in a little bit more work, but you can make up in number what you lack in skill, and you can compete. You can win even being the newbie. It just might take a little bit more sweat equity. Now, the law of averages can be increased, which is amazing. So say you talk to 10 people, you get one. You talk to the next 10 people, you get one. You talk to the next 10 people, you get one. But the next 10 people that you talk to, maybe you get two. The next 10 people, maybe you get two. The next 10 people, maybe you get three. And what's happening here is that you're getting better, okay? The more times that you fail, the more times that you practice, and the more times you personally develop, your pitch is going to start to get a little better. You're going to have a little bit more comfortability. You're going to have a little bit higher of posture, and you're going to know a little bit more, so it's going to go a little bit better for you. Okay. So anyone can get better through failure, practice, and personal development. Jim Rohn uses his ratio actually as a way to invite people and to prospect. So what he says is, I've started a new business. I'm getting 3 out of 10 to join. And right now, I don't mind you coming and being one of the 7 that just show up. Just do me a favor and come and be one of the 7. So you say, it isn't important to me that you buy. It's only important for me that you show up and support me. Okay. So, if you take the pressure off of someone and say, it's not that important to me, the goal is to get people in front of the information. Once they are there, whether you told them they have to buy something or not, they're in front of it. And it may, that compensation plan pretty much sells itself. A bottle of resolution drops that guarantees you to lose 1 to 3 pounds a day pretty much sells itself. So once you get someone in front of the information, it doesn't matter if you've given them the option to not purchase anything because they may want it. Okay. Um, so he uses that to to prospect new people. Now this is guaranteed success. This law of large numbers and this law of averages. Okay, a lot of people pay attention to the nose. They get hurt by the nose, but that's what you should be reaching for. You should never let someone get away without the opportunity to grab your no. Okay, so the more no's you get, it may hurt your feelings or whatever, but you should go out in the day looking for 20 no's, because the chances are, with the law of large numbers, if you talk to 20 people, you know, at least 2 or 3 are going to say yes. So the more people you talk to, the more people that will actually go into that funnel. Okay. So you're sifting for gold. So the more no's you get, the more yeses you'll find. You're just looking for the people that are looking for you. So do not get discouraged by a no. The law of reciprocity. This is another one. And we're going to talk a little bit further in depth about this. But social psychologists call it the law of reciprocity. It basically says that when someone does something nice for you, you feel obligated to do it in return. It's a deeply rooted psychological urge to do something nice for someone in return. As a matter of fact, you may even reciprocate and do something even nicer in return, okay? A far more generous gesture. So you can, a lot of people will try and resist this, but as a human, you'll more than likely still feel the need to respond in, a nice or good way. Okay. It's just in our human nature. If you, during the invitation phase, a way to utilize the, I'm sorry, y'all, there's a lot going on in my house right now, to utilize the law of reciprocity is, if you include the phrase a free gift for each person, to invite a friend to this event. You don't want to just go around giving out free bags of tea to people who aren't qualified prospects as of yet. But you can still utilize the law of reciprocity by saying, you can get a free gift for each person who brings a friend to this event in your invitations. Okay. Then you're using the law of reciprocity. It looks like you're trying to bribe people for bringing their friends to your party. But the truth is, you're offering one kind gesture in response to another. Okay. So they're taking the effort to go out of their way to find someone to come with them, and you are offering them an incentive in return. Okay. So that's the law of reciprocity working right there in your business. The gift should be something appreciated, but not hugely expensive. So a bag of tea or, an NRG sample, anything, people love free stuff. So anything, will go a long way. At your actual event, you can utilize the law of reciprocity. It's the little thing that adds up into a professional attitude. So it's something as simple as a friendly greeting and a handshake when you meet a customer for the first time, making sure that you have plenty of literature about your products on hand for clients. Considerate consultant offers refreshments to guests. Just being an overall hospitable person at your event, offering them samples, showing them the bathroom, figuring out how you can help them with the best intent in mind. You offer them the chance to weigh a new way to learn to improve their lives, and they return the favor with a sale. Okay, that's the law of reciprocity. You are offering something, a free, service, some information that you're selling, and they return with a sale. After the sales event, if you really want to see the law of reciprocity work, you need to stay vigilant after the presentation's done. Make sure each of your guests leaves with a catalog. You can circle, prescriptions, things that you want these people, to use or to buy or to do more research on. And make sure that all orders get to your customers in a timely manner. So walk them through the process, and make sure that their address is correct through customer service. The result is to be happy customers. Check up on them, make sure they know how to use the product, take the product, and that they're getting the results they need very quickly, just in case you need to troubleshoot anything, so that they don't return that product for that refund. Okay. When you utilize this professional attitude and really entice in customer service, then it works wonders. Your customers will reward you with more business, maybe even a referral. And this is the law of reciprocity at work. And it's something that you need to use to grow your business. Okay. The last thing that we're going to talk about in this company is the power of two. And this was something that was put together specifically by TLC, since our number isn't three. We only work on a binary, it's the number two. But it just shows you how over time, if you help your representatives duplicate by two, it shows you your success. Okay. So there's a little diagram that looks like this. And you can just Google power of two TLC. But what it says that in your first month, if you get binary qualified, you have two reps. Now, if you go and you invest your time into these people and you help them duplicate and find two people in month two, then you'll have four reps. Okay, two squared is four. So if you help Jamila over here get binary qualified, so she has two reps, and then you help Jessie over here get binary qualified, which means she has two reps, you're going to have a total of four. If you in month three help them duplicate, you're going to have eight. So you help each one of those four get two, then you're going to duplicate and get to eight. It keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. And then all the way down to month 12, it has compounded into 4,096 reps in your downline that you're earning residual income from. Now, the small print says these numbers represent one of your legs. At the ambassador position, when you have 4,096 representatives on each leg, you're operating on a 40-point volume auto shipment, you will be an ambassador. You get 22% on your pay leg. So you make 22% of 163,840 volume on one of your legs. Okay. This is just by helping people duplicate by two. They didn't even enroll 20 people like I just told you guys should. They each enrolled two and they duplicated down. This is a sales commission of 50%, fast start bonus still 50%, check matching bonus of 50% on personally sponsored. You have a check match bonus on your personally sponsored people's personally sponsored people, which is also 50%. Then you have a lifestyle bonus of $1,500 a month just by compounding two people, investing your time into helping these people become binary qualified to get residual income, and then helping the people underneath of them and keep helping people get their two people. Okay. Then everybody wins. It's magic. I don't know why I didn't print the right page with the right information. But the first thing you want to do is revamp your video based on the critiques that your accountability partner gave you. And I want you to post it to your YouTube. If you really want to, you can delete the other one. But I like to have my past trial versions up so I can see how far I've come, what the changes are. And then, say when you really get comfortable in a few weeks and you record a new one, you can see your progress over time, and you'll be able to show it to your new representatives that you have them logging on and creating a video. You say, look, I know it might be good now, but look how I started. I'm just like you. I was scared, I was nervous, and it was the most horrifying thing in the world to create this video. Okay. Next, I want you to post another before and after picture to your social media, and I want you to search on YouTube and find the ancient bamboo story to learn a little bit about consistency over time. And lastly, I want you to schedule a 30-minute time block today to go through your list of 25 and invite them to your virtual grand opening. Okay, remember the 80-20 rule. 20% of your work makes up for 80% of the results. This is part of the 20% of the work, okay? You've been studying, you've been, personally developing, you've been doing this, that, and the other. Now it's time to actually take action, okay? Remember, you're not going to make any money if you just sit back and take products and don't invite people to hear the information. We're helping people. Remember that. So it's going to be exciting for you. You'll learn a lot through your first couple of calls. Maybe a few people won't answer and you'll be able to add them in at the end. But just make sure you're utilizing that list and you're checking people off, crossing them off. Remember to be in a hurry, show value, and take it away. Okay. Remember the formula. So I will post this up. I hope that everybody's staying on track with their accountability partners with your checklist. Um, and let's get it done. Happy Saturday.